Diet Talk with dietitian Michelle, your food expert, talking about cancer scare on wheat product, noodles to be precise, and what we are suggesting noodle manufacturing companies can do. I can see that the phone lines are already busy, but now you can join the conversation. Tell me, what do you think? Yes, hello. Tell me your name, where you're calling from.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, good evening.
I'm calling from Bukuru.
Okay, sorry, say your name again.
From Bukuru.
From Bukuru, okay.
Yes.
Yes.
And what I wanted to say about this noodles is that when we produce noodles from our locally farm food, you say, like acha, cassava. Though I don't know of cassava whether it is okay, but I know cassava has one toxic substance, hydrogen cyanide.
Okay.
I don't know if noodle will be good out of it.
Okay, so you're concerned about the cyanide in cassava.
Yes.
Okay, well, yes, that is actually a good concern, but I have good news for you for that. The method of processing, cyanide is something that cassava produces that helps it to stay, and when pests and other things that come, so it's something that God has put in the plant to help fight off pests, to help fight it off so that it will mature and human beings can harvest and eat it. So now, method of processing can help, which is why cassava should be processed should be soaked in water, fermented for 24 to 48 hours. Do you understand? So if you check FDA recommendations, steps, standards of processing, once you do that, it gets rid of all these things. So just the way foods have nutrients naturally, foods also have what we call anti-nutrients. Some pronounce it as anti, but anti-nutrients. So how you get rid of the anti-nutrients to get your nutrients is by method of processing, which is why you see that in many food manufacturing companies, dietitians should be there. Now, I'm not trying to promote something else, but that is a fact. Dietitians or food science technology should work in every food manufacturing company because we are trained. We know the nutrients, we know the anti-nutrients, we know how to suppress or reduce the anti-nutrients and then improve the nutrients, make the nutrients available to the system. So once you follow that standard processing method, you have nothing to fear. So where you're going to have a problem, especially for those of us who like to eat eba gari, when you have a problem with cyanide is when you buy your gari from people who don't process it well. Those people who harvest gari that day, then they grind it that day, they grate it that day, they fry it that day, they do everything in one day, then the cyanide content in that particular gari is going to be high. So this is not going to be the topic. So I'm going to assure you that once the right way of processing cassava is done, you have nothing to worry about. The cyanide content is low.
Yeah, I still have another question. Now,
okay.
That substance, is it found in the processed noodles or in the spices inside the noodles? Sorry.
What is that?
It's the noodles that we're concerned about.
Yes.
Like, I heard you talking about
ethylene oxide.
Yes.
Yes.
What I'm saying here is that is it inside the noodles entirely or
inside the spice? Okay, well, if contamination, that ethylene oxide is actually used for sterilization. All right, so that the foods will not be contaminated with microbes. So the spice, you're still going to throw it into the food. So if it is inside the spice, you're still going to touch the noodles pack. Is that not so? So one way or the other, you can find it in the spice. You can also find it inside the noodles. So, but we have not found it in the noodles made in Nigeria. NAFDAC is still testing. It's until they come out and say it is inside before we will now know what to do. All right? Okay, thank you. So yes, I'm still here. Join the conversation. When you call, tell me your name and where you're calling from.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, my name is Comrade Patrick Okoro.
Yes, you're welcome to the show.
Center here in Awoblo, and we just started.
Okay.
Even the gari you're talking about, if the standard is the gari, the one contains enough oil, this kilo gari. The oil neutralizes the cyanide in the gari.
Okay, the oil neutralizes cyanide.
Yes, there's the oil.
Okay.
You have to have some gari, there's interest.
Okay.
The yellow one.
Okay.
The white one.
Okay, so we shouldn't worry about cyanide inside gari, Abi?
Yes.
If it's a yellow one.
Oil.
Okay,
yes, that's
all right.
So that is the right one.
So maybe the noodles manufacturing company should make yellow noodles for us.
what you are talking now about this noodles this evening. Look, 20 years ago, the research carried out showed that the noodles causes cancer. But because of Nigerian way of doing things, the stories were killed.
Okay.
So we cannot wait for NAFDAC to come out plan before they act. Noodles causes cancer. And you basically are talking. Do you know that it affects the immunity of a child?
Okay. And
even the way the child behaves, all these noodles and the spices they use there is very, very cancerous.
Okay.
So that there's a product, I don't want to mention the name. I could have advised Nigeria, go and buy that mineral. Go and look for rusted iron and keep on the ground. Pour that mineral on top of it. You see that the mineral you are pouring on top, I will just have washed away the rust on the iron. That is the type of thing you see that very spices people are using for noodles.
So look, what you are saying now is whether NAFDAC comes out with their results or not, you are against. We should not even eat noodles at all.
We don't even need to wait for NAFDAC. It causes cancer, whether we like it or not.
Okay, thank you for your opinion. Okay.
But what I will advise, like you're talking about acha, please, there is need for you to move forward.
Okay.
And meet all these companies. Let them use this acha.
So we should promote noodles from acha. Wow. Thank you very much. I hope you're going to eat when it comes out. Not that when it comes now you will say it's not sweet.
Listen, even the other spaghetti products you're talking about. Although I don't know, you're not talking about that one. But the thing is, natural food is better than all this
natural food.
Yama food.
Okay.
Natural food and all this Yama food.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let me hear another person. All right. So thank you. Yes, he is saying that whether NAFDAC comes up or not with their results, should not eat noodles. All right. Yes, I'm listening. Your name?
Hello.
Yes. Good evening. Tell me your name and where you're calling from.
This is calling back, please.
Okay.
Another problem that I have with this noodles is that this is produced in Nigeria. What effort have they made? Must NAFDAC have to get the news from outside countries before? At least we should have our laboratory here that can still test.
But we have now. We have our own laboratories now.
Okay.
So NAFDAC is going to test it.
Why must they have to wait for the news, like breaking news from outside?
Okay. I don't know. I don't have answer to that. Yes, thank you for sharing. I don't have answer to that. Maybe with NAFDAC hears the program, they will answer us. All right, please let me take another call. Yes, quickly. I have just 4 minutes left. Tell me what you think about producing noodles from acha, millet, and cassava. Yes. So keep trying. I'm here. Tell me what you think about it. And while we are waiting for NAFDAC, should we eat noodles or not? Yes, hello.
Hello.
Good evening. Doctor. Yes, dietitian Michelle.
Good evening. I'm calling from Rockhaven. My name is Joy.
All right, Madam Joy, welcome to the show.
Thank you. God bless you. I'm so interested in this product and this program you are holding.
Thank you.
This noodle we are talking about is the thing is, I don't know, our problem here in Nigeria, I think number one problem is ignorance. Most of us know that noodles contain this ethanol oxide.
Okay.
But yes, okay. Like about 2 years ago, my in-law came from America.
Yes.
And she wanted us to not to be eating noodles. And even if you want to.
Hello. Okay, sorry. It looks like I lost her. Yes, it looks I've lost that caller, and I'm really interested in hearing what this. That somebody came from US 2 years ago and warned her that we shouldn't eat noodles. I don't know why, and I don't know where she's getting her own information from. All I know is that from the recent news, NAFDAC says they are still testing. Yes, so keep calling. I'm here. Tell me your name and where you're calling from.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
This is Samuel calling from Mango.
Mr. Samuel, you're welcome to the show.
You see, before now, I've been agitating against the consumption of packaged food.
Okay.
Because in every packaged food, there's a chemical that is being used to process that food that is injurious to the human health. especially our liver.
Okay.
You can imagine the rate of he slop and die. He just die. Sorry for using that vernacular. But that is what is one of the things that is causing this sudden death.
Okay.
Cancer everywhere.
Cancer everywhere.
You see a man dying at 70, they say Yachidunia. At 70.
Meanwhile, Asians, all those ones, they live up to 90, 100 years old.
My father lived 100 and my father is still living.
How old are you,
close
sir?
To 90 and she still goes to the farm.
How old are you, sir?
I'm not 21.
Wow. You have lived, though. All right. So what you're saying is that you are not encouraging packaged foods. Anything packaged.
We shouldn't wait for NAFDAC.
Okay.
On our own, we should ban it.
Okay, but you know there's a difference. Let me clear this now. There's a difference between packaged food and refined foods. Like now, for companies that get this acha, wash it, and then put it inside packet, you know it's packaged food, but it's still whole. For that one now.
Preservatives should be added to it.
No. There are no preservatives. These ones are natural and they don't need to be preserved with any preservative. Yes, so you can even try it by yourself. Yes.
The public should not use.
No. I totally disagree with you on that. Okay. So in as much as we are promoting healthy eating, we are not promoting stress. We are not promoting that people should stress themselves and then they will have to do everything from scratch. No. Wisdom, they say, is profitable to direct. So for these ones, for instance, when you get acha, you wash it and you dry it, and you yourself, you just put it inside Ziploc bags and keep them so that whenever you want to eat, you have acha that you have already washed and dried. That is wisdom. You've just shortened the process so that you won't have to wash every time. So when you have a company doing that for you, they're just reducing the work. When we are talking about packaged food, refined food is if, for instance, that food is now mixed with water and it requires preservatives and you add preservative to it, that is when it becomes a problem. But if it's the real food itself, washed, dried, well dried and packaged, it's safe for consumption. And there is no preservative added to it. So there's a difference between packaged food and refined or processed foods with chemicals, with preservatives. So once it says there's no preservative and you trust the brand that says it has no preservative, then it's safe for consumption. That is why we are also in the food packaging business. And what do we package? Acha, finger millet, tamba, plantain, just the way it is, dried, so long as it is well processed. All right, so I think I'm going to be taking just one call, only one, and that'll be it for today's episode. Yes, hello, tell me your name and where you're calling from. Hello? Yes, good evening.
Did you cut me off the other time?
No, I think the call ended by itself.
Okay, let me not play the business of any other person. But what I'm encouraging now is that please, when you eat, be sure of what you are eating.
Yes,
and also encourage this natural food. If it will be possible, let's go on fruit mostly.
On fruits, okay.
So when you eat anything proteinous, you just go and digest it with fruit.
With fruits,
vegetable, mostly, so that we live long. Honestly, my wife just came off the truth. My wife just came back from village on Sunday. My mother cooked for them. They went to farm together. They went to farm together. I'm not exaggerating.
And they harvested what they cooked.
She's one family what she eats at the village.
Okay, I'm so proud of her. She's very, very strong. Just that, that may not be achievable for every woman in Nigeria. I, for one, I know I cannot go to farm and farm anything. I cannot go to the farm and farm. There are too many things that I'm doing. But if I can see somebody who has something healthy packaged and I trust the brand, I will take it. I will go for it. All I have to do is to read the ingredients and it tells me it contains this, it contains that, and it's natural. There are things I can identify. Then that is it. That's what I'm looking for. But thank you very much for joining me on today's episode of Diet Talk with Dietitian Michelle. Sorry, I can't take any more calls, but if you have something to say or you have comments, you have questions you want to still ask on today's topic, please, you can still drop your comments there. You can still ask your question there. You can still make your contributions and I'll be happy to hear from you, and I'll even respond if there is need for me to respond. And I would like to also thank you very, very well, those of you that called, that shared your own opinion, that say that you don't think we should still eat noodles. That is your own opinion. But for me, I'm from the standpoint that says that NAFDAC is still going to get back to us to say if we should still eat it or not. But before NAFDAC comes out with their own result, moderation is key. Remember, yes, moderation is key. I'm not going to tell you to eat noodles, and I'm not going to tell you not to eat noodles. It's your right. You should make your choice. You should decide. I have already analyzed to tell you what it is and how much calorie a 70-gram pack of noodles contains. So it's left for you to decide, okay, yes, I'm going to eat noodles, but I'm not going to be eating it every day. I'm going to eat noodles, but I'll eat it once in a while. I'm going to eat noodles. So it's left for you to decide on how you want to go about it while we wait for NAFDAC to tell us if the ones produced in Nigeria contains ethylene oxide. Some people say it contains, some say it does not contain. Let's wait for NAFDAC to come out with their own results first. Then I am suggesting to the noodle manufacturing companies, please, can you make something for Africans? Can you make something for us? We have the food, you have the technology. Help us. Make for us noodles from acha, make for us noodles from millet, and even from cassava, so long as it is well processed and the cyanide load is low. I need you to do something like that for us. So and when you do that, Nigerians will be happy, will be glad. When it comes to the spice, you can use yaji for us. We will be happy. Even if it's dawa, we will eat. Ogirope, you put it, we will eat it. Let it come inside our own pack of noodles. It's Africa. That is what we are used to eating, and we are going to enjoy it. And for my friend, I like to remind you that I have many other topics on my YouTube channel, Dietitian Michelle. You can go there and listen to all of them. And from next week, Diet Talk with Dietitian Michelle is going to become very, very interesting and much more practical. I'm going to be coming with food products to demonstrate, to analyze the nutrient components, and to tell you how you can combine with other foods. So the way you're going to make the most out of it is when you watch it on my YouTube channel, so that you will see the foods I'm talking about and you will understand clearly the message I'm about to communicate. So it's important that you watch every single episode of Diet Talk with Dietitian Michelle on my YouTube channel, Dietitian Michelle. And remember to subscribe, to like, to comment, and also to share with your friends, those who are not in Jos, those who are not in Nigeria. You can share with them any episode that you find very interesting. Share with them so that they can also learn one or two things and drop their comments. And if you like to consult me, if you like to consult Dietitian Michelle or other dietitians, we are a team of experts working at Study Nutrition Consult. You can call this number 0904 675 8079. If you call and you cannot reach anybody because this is already past our closing time, you can send a message. You can just drop the message. I like to consult a dietitian. I like to be clear on my food. I need a diet plan. I need to be clear on what to eat to prevent or to treat a diet-related condition. Send us a message. We'll be very happy to work with you. 0904 675 8079. And if you live in Jos, you like to see us physically, then you find us at Crispon Hotel, opposite Air Force Base, off Jonajang Expressway, Rayfield, Jos. That is the Crispon Hotel that is opposite Air Force Base, the new Crispon Hotel. Citadel Nutrition Consult is a clinic and it's on a hall called Patrick Hall. If you're anywhere, we provide virtual service. We can consult from anywhere. We can talk to you, plan your diet, send to you with even healthy food products that can help your management. Thank you for joining me on today's episode of Diet Talk with Dietitian Michelle. You can also connect with me on my social media handles, on Dietitian Michelle pages. On Facebook is Dietitian Michelle. On Instagram is Dietitian Michelle. On Twitter is Dietitian Michi. Then on LinkedIn it's Michelle Omeadi. Then YouTube, yes, which is my main core strength where I post my teachings. It's Dietitian Michelle on YouTube. Yes, you'll find me there and you're going to connect with me, my stories, and all other topics that I would love to discuss, talk about, but the time will be too short. So please connect with me, be my friend on these platforms. So next week, I'm going to be back with a practical topic to discuss. Thank you and have a blessed evening.